So we're going to make power noodle salad, an Asian power noodle salad. So it came about from me loving the different flavours in Wagamama's, those lovely oriental flavours. So I made up my own salad dressing. So this by itself is absolutely delicious, and it literally is really, really easy. So it's kind of store cupboard ingredients if you've got a few Asian ingredients in the cupboard as well. So a tablespoon of oil. You can use vegetable oil, sunflower oil. I use cold pressed rapeseed oil because it's a local product and it is really lovely because it's got a lovely natural nutty flavour to it as well. A tablespoon of rice wine vinegar as well. If you haven't got rice wine vinegar, you could use white wine vinegar, but you maybe use a little bit less because it's not so acidic. Also a tablespoon of light soya sauce. I've just got a Japanese one, but any light soya sauce is really, really good. And then I've got probably a teaspoon of what I've done is grated some ginger. You can grate your ginger straight from the freezer as well if you want to. It lasts really, really well in there. I've got a teaspoon of paprika, just normal paprika, nothing hot, nothing smoked, just normal paprika. And then I've got half a lime I'm going to squeeze into there too. It's really, really juicy. If you haven't got a juicy lime, you can use a whole one if it's not juicing very well. Squeeze all that in there. Lovely. And then I've got half a teaspoon of sesame oil. Now sesame oil is really, really strong, so you don't need too much of it. So just half a teaspoon is lovely, just to give it that lovely oriental pep. And then to bind it together, kind of as my emulsifier, I've just got a teaspoon of tomato puree. So some of these ingredients, you don't if you haven't got them, you don't necessarily have to put them in there. After all, what's a recipe but someone's made it up? Do it your own. Give it a good shake. And that's ready. Easy, job done. What I'm going to use is I'm going to use some vermicelli noodles. So these are vermicelli rice noodles, and I literally soak these in boiling hot water for maybe 4 to 5 minutes. They don't take very long at all, and don't over soak them because they carry on cooking as well. So as soon as they're soaked and as soon as you can bite through them with a little bit of resilience, then just soak them in cold water or just refresh them in cold water, and that's it. Now if they stick together a little bit, just save some of the water that you cook them in and just toss them in a little bit of that, and it'll just bring them up nicely and lighten them up. So that's it. So we've got our noodles, we've got our dressing. Oh, I didn't put garlic in the dressing. Excuse me. Quickly, put some garlic in the dressing. Pretend I never forgot. So just a crushed clove of nice plump garlic. If I get that in there now, it will marinate a little bit and taste really, really good. So I'm going to finish it off with some sesame seeds and some cashew nuts, but I'm going to put some other ingredients in it just to make it saladish, really. So I'm just going to speed peel my carrot. Now if you're chopping carrot, top and tail it, cut it into more manageable pieces because it rolls around on the board. If you just cut a wedge off it like that, it will stop rolling around, and then you can cut that into strips with your claw hand so you don't chop your fingers off. And then you can cut those into fine strips, which I think look really, really lovely in an Asian salad. We're on Blue Peter time. I'll just throw that in, that'll do. Shove that in there. So that's that done. Some spring onion, I'm just going to top and tail them. Don't need to waste too much of the top. It's all good. And then if you want them really, really lovely, just chop them at an angle because they look so much nicer like that. Or you can shred them. To be honest, do them how you like. Doesn't really matter. So a little bit of onion in there, a little bit of carrot in there. You could put pepper, all sorts, courgette, whatever you fancy. And obviously you could put some meats in there like your prawns or your chicken, anything cooked and good. I've got a mushroom here. I've just given it a bit of a dust, and then I'm just going to slice that into it as well. I love raw mushroom. Sometimes eat them straight from the fridge. Put that in there. And then I've got some spinach as well. Handful of spinach. I'm just going to chop that up. Just roughly. A bit more there. Chop it, break it up, whatever you fancy. Actually, it's really nice with some coriander in as well. If you like coriander, that's really lovely inside it. So mix that all up together. Ooh, making a mess. Put in the salad dressing. And then toss it all up together. Ooh. Toss it all up together. I didn't do that. Give that a good old mix round, and that's it. So this is really lovely in a lunchbox for work. Got so much flavour in there, and you can serve it like that. Put some nuts on top, crushed peanuts or cashews. Some sesame seeds are really, really lovely. Or any sort of nuts, all good. And that's it. So easy. That took like 10 minutes to make, I think. 10 minutes, less than that. Anyway, Asian power salad.